And with that, the Auroraverse returns. Hello everybody, welcome to the stream today. My name is SenseiSuplex, and today we have the likes of Atlas of Aetheria. Hope you guys are ready for an awesome epic session, as I will not be the dungeon master for today. I will be a player in this fantastic session ran by the true, the one, the only DM Sarcastic Druid, aka Rob. So, hope you guys are ready for an awesome time. Any announcements that we got for today that I can think of? No. Other than that, the fact that we're getting close to hitting 2,100 followers over on Twitch, and we're also getting close to hitting 800 subs over on YouTube. So if you haven't already, make sure to go subscribe to the channel over on the YouTube side of things. Make sure to go share it with all your friends and all that cool, wacky stuff. And yeah, we'll be able to hopefully hit 800 subs soon. Besides that, that's all I got. So let's get straight into the session. Swap over scenes. Also, hey, what's up, Kane? Welcome, 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 bro. Alrighty. Oh wait, there's two of me. Why are there two of me? Wait a minute, that's not right. Alright, well, I'll fix that. Wacky, wacky signal. Wacky, wacky signal. He did it. Alright, I'm on mute. Hello.
Woo! Hello.
Let's go!
I did the wacky signal just for you, John.
I love it.
Oh man. Maybe I'm gonna have to start doing that for Valley of Dreams. If you know, you know.
I wish I know. I wish.
We are live, hand signal.
We are live, and we are Adam, and we're ready to slam and jam. Also, thank you, Secret Scroll, for those kind words. I will try to keep up the great work, and I'm pretty sure everyone here will try to keep up the great work. But besides enough of the Twitch stuff...
Yeah, I'm not feeling like it.
Well, alright, there you go. You have it there live, folks. Anyways, Drew, take it away.
Alright, so, hello, and welcome back to the Atlas of Aetheria. The last session we had, our intrepid adventurers got themselves into quite a tussle with a couple of no-gooders that were trying to threaten the city. After a giant explosion knocked everyone unconscious for a couple of minutes, they sought to find the source of the hubbub and found it through several people that had seemingly set off a legendary godstone. These stones wrapped up the essence of a god within them, psychically amplifying their power for millennia. That is, until they were destroyed. Our heroes found out that not only was this massive source of power destroyed, but with it, the miracle of Valen, that is the magic that propagates through every single citizen, has been destabilized and could spell the end for everyone in the city. Now we come back to our adventurers at the city gates. Hi, adventurers, how's it going?
I don't get paid enough for that.
Oh, good lord.
The game is paused.
We nearly died.
Of course it is. Knew it. Okay, there we go.
The DM's out to get us.
So I believe we last left off with the prisoners being taken to the castle dungeon. Eros giving some great advice to one of the guards. What was that you were helping him with again?
Cornbread.
Cornbread.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You were. Yeah, you got that right. Yeah, oh my god, you have the entire fucking recipe.
I wrote it. Did you not see it? I
did not read it because I want you to actually RP this in session of you just reciting this cornbread recipe.
Yes.
Well, you better ask him because he ain't saying it until you ask.
I mean, I could figure out a reason for her to ask.
Yeah.
God, fucking help me.
I mean, everyone just saw you talking with that guard for an extended amount of time while you were causing a little bit of a distraction.
It was for Dosara, my bestie.
Whoa there. You're your second bestie. Hold on, I got priorities here. You know, looking at Nova. Come on. Hey, whoa there.
Yeah,
sorry.
I said my bestie, not your bestie.
Hey, I appreciate it. But, you know, Copper's a mean second place. No, fuck with it.
I should've.
I cast shield. It's okay.
Oh boy.
Nah, I love you, Max.
Wouldn't be mad. The fog burns it.
Oh man. So, what's happening around us right now, at this very moment?
So the guards are walking away with the prisoners. Magnus, though expected to be down for a couple more hours as the resurrection magic took hold, he seemingly has been able to recover very fast, and waking up a little kind of disgruntled in handcuffs, being kind of dragged and pulled to the dungeon, he woke up and started screaming at the party, realizing what has been done to him through his own actions. And the guards are just kind of dragging him along, kind of waving, dragging him along, and you guys are at the city gates.
Major L.
Hold on to their guys.
So what?
We were gonna keep one of the guys to like interrogate or like question, because he seemed
the champion fighter.
Yeah.
Was it the champion fighter or was it the
fighter?
The Oathbreaker is gone.
It wasn't the Oathbreaker. I know that.
He's gone.
Yeah.
It's champion fighter.
Yeah,
He's the
champion fighter.
Right, so.
Just before I do, while they're dragging away, what was the name of this wizard again? That we were fighting?
Right. His name was Magnus.
Yeah.
Magnus. as he is dragging away and like cursing obscenities, I am just gonna go up to him and, as a little example, lean in close and say, "You are going to give these guards no trouble, or I'll make it a third time. All right?" Good. And I give him a little pat on the cheek and I walk away.
He's a little too stunned to speak just from the threat because he knows what happens. He's like,
Damn, it's your bitch.
He'll play nice now, or he better. Now then, the plan is to talk with our friend, isn't it?
Well, I think that is.
Yeah, believe so.
Let me just let's just for the moment allow me at least to think about our long-term plans. Right now, we're talking to him, and we're going to try and figure out how to help this place in Valen. We find your forged copper, and we go back and we prove Eros' innocence, right? All right.
All right, it seems to be the plan.
Oh, I just remembered. Yeah, how often will I have to roll?
right. Once every hour on the hour. You have already rolled for like the first one. As I remember. Yeah, the nuisance. You're gonna have to roll for one medium and possibly one bad.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys do not find a way to restore your moonlit self soon enough.
Oh, I did think about that. You need moonlight and all that.
Ooh, yeah.
Where the fuck is my spell slots? I need a fucking nap. That's what I need. Fine, just for you. Looking over at Nova, kind of, yeah, that whole thing. Gosar is going to look over, and you'll see as, right, you don't look too well. Here, let me help you out a bit.
Just like bright violet, like literally like healthy, ready purple. It's like, oof.
You'll see as she sort of snaps her fingers, and as she does, you'll see as almost 3 bits of astral starlight begin to slowly form and collect before eventually forming 3 sort of moons. You'll look over, and they're all in different phases and more. Haha. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. At the DM. But
Nice.
As this sort of happens, you'll look over it as they will begin to spread out a bit of moonlight over towards Nova. She'll kind of like motion her a little bit, kind of like away from the sun for a bit, in bits of shade, but it's obviously not going to be doing much. But she's going to try to like move these motes of light kind of and surround Nova for a bit. Figure this might help a little bit, at least with what's going on with you.
Would this be like done? Is it like a pacifier, or actually would it recharge, like neutralize the magic then?
I don't fucking know.
So
DM.
that spell, how clever a fix is, I gotta hand it to you. It would start regenerating, however, it would be a process. The spell alone could probably fix most of your problems, but it will take time. Okay. As you're recharging with that kind of lunar magic, you won't have to roll unless the spell is disrupted.
Right, okay.
Who is more injured? What's the like status report for like people's health right now?
I'm at 45 out of 60. I took a fireball to the face, but I'm still good.
34 out of 52.
Okay, and Kasara? You're muted.
Can't hear you.
Whoops, I'm 32 out of 44. The other 2 probably need it more.
Okay. Then, touching Nova, kind of like a good small pat on the shoulder, I'm going to cure wounds, and you see the golden energy wrap from the left side of Garland's body through him. The mask eyes glow brightly before going over to Eros. And actually, I would have to... Eros, could you come a little closer? I could help you somewhat.
Just interrupt the conversation? Sure. You know
well,
what?
I need you closer. within touching distance. Come now, come.
Distance.
And placing another hand, I'm going to use Font of Prosperity to heal both of them for a D8 plus my D8 plus 5 as I cast that first off of Cure Wounds. And that is, I'm pretty sure me, so it's D8 plus 5. That is me for like spells completely now. I think I'm completely run out. It's been ages since we had a long rest.
Yeah.
Imagine being a long
Here.
rest.
Actually, kind of on that note, I'd imagine the party kind of looks pretty tired. They're exhausted. They've been, traveling for a long while. People have been dying left and right. Gosara will kind of probably clock this and look over. Right, seems that everybody's sort of exhausted. Let's sort of wrap a couple of things up and probably just meet back at the tavern, right?
I mean,
That sounds like a plan.
why, we're gonna be, I hate the word, but interrogating the champion, right?
I think
He
even the
doesn't-
champion with a nap.
He doesn't really seem too bad. They
Like,
did wrong his
worse.
family, so he had no choice. So why don't we just invite him to the tavern, give him a drink, show him a bit of hospitality? I'm sure he'd be happy to give us some
For once, I
information.
agree.
Copper.
Yes. Yeah.
Go ahead, Garland.
Regardless of the fact that he isn't such a bad guy, he did still try and kill us.
I mean, that's not that common.
He didn't really. I mean, he did surrender, and that was because they were threatening his family, which, I mean, I don't know with you, but it's a bit of a big deal.
He is cuffed right now. He cannot move unless someone helps him.
I think he's a nice guy deep down. I think
Well,
We don't-
we have him in
He'd-
cuffs. We'll just take
I
him with
think
us
he
and
would help
drink.
us.
Oh, nice.
I have
Right.
I have spells that
Okay.
can make him tell the truth. We won't need to get deeper down, because we'll get there anyway. Don't worry about it. But
Well,
we can
the
bring him
way-
along if you'd like.
the main thing I'm thinking is, and I'm trying, I'm trying to, get all thoughts out of my head. I mean, they wronged him, right? So, it's mostly common that he'd want to get payback, for threatening his family. I mean, they are evil, the other guys. I do notice that now after they tried to commit mass genocide. Not really one of my. That's not really in my good book. That one.
I would
you know,
really hope so. Is that what it takes to be bad in your book?
Mass genocide?
People a few second chances. So I mean, it might go to fourth chances, but I'll give them second chances.
I'll give them one chance. Get the fuck up. Get up.
So, it sounds like y'all are going to the inn with him in tow.
Yeah, real quick,
Hmm.
Gazaro did want to say one thing. She'll just say, right, I mean, good or bad doesn't really matter, but, one thing that we do need to figure out is, alright, so what we're gonna sort of do, even though this is more of, Solon sort of, jam about making plans, I think a plan would have action exactly what everybody's sort of doing, probably will be a little bit of, I don't know, I hate this word, efficient.
What do you mean, during our rest or with him?
More so about, okay, so we're going to deal with him first, and we're all going to just fucking off and doing our own thing, or what exactly are we doing here? Because I know,
I think-
Copper, you got your whole thing, right?
I mean, I have to meet the guy in the tavern, so why don't we just go there?
Fair enough.
Probably get a room, settle down for a little bit.
Hmm.
Carl, you're gonna say something?
I do agree. Resting now, Copper finding his man, and us taking a load off for the night, it means that when he does answer, he'll be full of energy. He won't be tired. He won't give wrong answers. I think it's something that works perfectly.
Alright. Sounds like a plan. Afterwards,
Before we go to the inn, as we're actually making plans to okay, we're all resting now, we gotta go rest, we gotta do this. Nova's actually just clocking. who was looking after Pebble?
I thought he stayed in the caravan, no?
Oh, yeah, I gotta think about this.
Oh boy.
I gotta think about this. What is the response for this?
Copper,
Yeah, Eros is busy getting this guy. Nice.
Copper, did you see Boulder at all?
Okay, alright, I think I know what would happen.
Alright,
Alright,
I don't really
let's see
know
is-
what's that.
I guess Zara will just say, alright, I almost actually forgot about that one. You know, whole thing is sort of city kind of dying, you know, meeting a couple of lovely friends once more. We, they were, I don't really actually know exactly what they're doing right now at the moment, but should be sort of traveling around or something.
Could I insight?
Sorry, what?
Could I insight check for like deception or something?
Sure.
If you would like to, go for it.
I always love making insight with Copper.
I mean,
That is That is nat 1.
to be fair, I didn't lie. I mean, I did not
Let
lie.
me
Didn't lie.
attempt, if I may.
Uh,
How's that?
15, I mean, hey, at the end of the day, I'm not lying, but there's probably more to that story than just what they're letting on, to be fair.
What do you mean?
Travel?
And she's like, what do you mean travel? He's a child. What do you mean traveling?
I mean, that's what they were sort of doing in the first place, just sort of traveling around, sort of, I don't know, seeing the world looking for rocks or something.
But you saw him though.
I mean, yeah, I saw them, but then got to, well, what happened after that? Okay, this is more key, trying to remember.
Yes,
What the,
forget
fuck
everything.
what the fuck did we do? What the fuck did we do after we set him off, like, in-game? Like, I don't remember what happened after that.
So after you guys set him off,
Do we just
I'm
head back to
pretty
the tavern?
sure. I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah?
Right, I mean, just, yeah, they went off and they were doing their own thing, and then after that, me and Arrow sort of went off and just went back to the tavern.
Not even
You-
with a goodbye.
You let a child wander off in a city full of strangers by himself.
I mean, we're a bunch of strangers to him, technically.
Nova's pulse is gonna boom. Off again.
Just gonna make a perception check if I hear any of this. Not my problem.
No. You hit everything.
I like to imagine his elf ears just start twitching. It's like, oh no.
I mean, sorry, ain't gonna lie, but she ain't no snitch. Snitches get stitches, bro.
Can I'm desperate to see if I want the, can I see if Alice is looking like if I notice the twitches, if I notice something like, I'm not gonna pay attention to this.
I don't know. Do
You can. That would be hard for you to notice, though.
Now, I have a passive perception of 23. Would I be able to notice that, or?
I don't know. Its ears wiggling. I don't know how easy it is.
I mean,
It's
so-
talking language to be like,
Right.
you're listening in, you're not being aloof.
Okay, so with your 17, Nova, you can see him talking to the guard, and as the guard said something, his ears did kind of perk up all of a sudden. However, Garland, with your passive perception, God, can't hide anything from you. You can also see his ears react, but you may not know the exact reason or cause behind it.
seeing that he is reacting and that, like, he can hear the conversation. Eros, do you know what happened to Boulder? It seems he's gone missing.
That's Max and Arrows right there.
Wait, I think.
Well, you ask.
Why do I ask? He's gone missing. And
Well,
we had taken care of him for some time.
well, they're not missing. They just sort of went
They're
off.
just wandering.
You. Okay. Wait.
They went off to go see the rest of their family. We make sure they were adamant about it, so we decided to go help them out. Simple as that.
Was this
Wow.
their choice, or was this...
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was their choice.
I'm gonna
I
cast
want to do it.
Sending.
Of course it was their choice.
Can you even
Sending?
can you
Alright.
speak to him? Oh wait, no, he speaks broken
Yeah.
common. That's right. Yeah.
And it stands to reason that you could probably speak with Boulder very more easily than it would be to cast the spell over to other people, because he does have a literal chunk of you in him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very. Could I cast Clairvoyance on him if I knew there's a piece of him? It's Clairvoyance mainly for locations or places I've visited, but it's like if it's a piece of me.
Right. You would cast it with disadvantage, but I would allow you to cast it.
Okay. I don't have to roll for Clairvoyance and things. What would how would disadvantage work for that?
Gotcha. Okay, gotcha. Go ahead and roll me a straight d20, and based on what you get there, we'll see like how finely tuned your vision can be.
No.
You have lunar... Hey, hold on. You have lunar luck. You have lunar luck.
Oh,
Whoa,
That's true.
It's on myself. I can choose when to reroll this.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
I'm now.
Sorry,
I
has
got
roll.
that chronergy shit.
wait a second.
And it's only. It doesn't even matter. It's only when I do stuff, anyways.
I'm gonna do Great Weaver on it.
Okay.
No, it's
Excuse me.
no wait, I can't do maths. 12.
I can't do that.
Can I cast help with the little late guidance?
I mean, it's
Yeah.
already... It's been...
Actually, yeah, it has already been cast. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So you said you got a 12.
For a little guidance, guys.
What did you say your result was? I didn't hear it.
So Clairvoyance basically it focuses in on one spot. It doesn't move with them. It mainly works with locations, but it's to places you've been or like places that you know of or have seen, know something there. So I'm thinking of if I focus on the chunk of me he has.
Gotcha. Okay, so it takes you a couple minutes to kind of block out everything, because you're having to block out all the senses around you and kind of focus on the spell. As that happens, your other senses kind of shut down for just a moment as you focus on this chunk of you that is embedded in Boulder. As your vision starts to clear and focus, you see kind of a rocky outcropping, a very sandy-looking place. There seems to be a building in the distance. You see several pillars kind of reaching into the air. There is a bit of a sandstorm going on, and there is a multicolored glow that seems to be emanating from the building
Damn, he moves.
that you're trudging to.
Yeah,
Wait, what'd you say?
Damn, he moves fucking fast.
Telling you, bro, that enhanced ability
It's
did
an
all the
elemental.
wonders. Oh wait, go ahead if you were gonna say something, Nova.
I think she's having a mental crisis. I don't
no,
think
she
that's
does that. She's like, I don't know. He's about to go into a sandstorm. Oh Jesus Christ! There's
No,
oh good lord, and the glowing's getting worse regardless.
No, I'd hate to be a smartass, but they're no elemental. Sandstorms ain't affecting them.
It makes sense, actually.
I mean,
No, up and just glare, eyes basically like red at this point.
him.
Ghost is gonna kind of look over towards Eros and just say, "All right. I mean, when you sort of explained it to me in Soul and all that sort of stuff, it seemed to make sense to me, and everything. Maybe you could explain to the others in your reason and logic."
Gosara,
Made
Eros.
sense?
Gosara and Eros.
Oh.
You knew that he left and didn't tell us, despite the fact that you most likely knew, if you had 2 brain cells, that Nova would be quite upset about this.
Well, that is true, but also you sort of forgot I was kind of dying recently, and then also other people were sort of dying, so that wasn't really sort of a moment to kind of
I
sort
was
of.
going to tell you, but you know, Gosara had her moment.
I mean, also, especially with this whole sort of bells ringing sort of thing, and then everybody's kind of on impending doom, I think that's kind of taking a little bit more priority than just, you know.
See? I would believe that.
Yeah.
If this had happened after we found this out. The fact that there was nothing going on yet, and nothing had gone wrong, and you let a small elemental child wander amongst people who could easily take advantage of him, grab him, and sell him to God knows what collector off the street.
Now hold on, Nova. I mean not to be rude, but just take a deep breath.
Can I roll to see
Boulder-
if I down?
Roll for what?
Should I roll to see if I actually calm down?
I'll leave that one up to you.
Oh, the
Yeah,
drop.
I want to see if it works. That's a 2, baby! Nah,
Oh, God.
the fate doesn't feel to mind.
So,
Regardless of the fact that they did not tell us, he is
When
still
was there a
easily
time
capable.
to actually tell you?
You know, we were
If-
sat around the cabin for quite a while.
Hold on. Regardless of that, it doesn't matter. They are easily capable of getting where they need to on their own. It's unfortunate that they won't be accompanying us anymore on our adventures, but they're able. You saw that. They were already walking on their own. And besides, it's not as though we don't know they're, anywhere anymore. You are able to send to them still. You're able to talk to them.
And also,
They'll be
I
okay.
know exactly where they're going, so there's that too.
Alright, I actually made sure to map out the location that they were sort of going to, made sure that their people were alive, told them the exact location, and also made sure they'd have a better time of trying to find them.
I just have one question.
Sure.
One. Did they ask to leave? Or did you suggest it?
Looking over at Arrows like, why are you taking so long to answer this, bud?
I mean, they were going there regardless. I wanted to help out.
And how, pray tell, did you do that? Did they ask for help?
They were
Did
gonna
they want
ask
to
for
leave?
help regardless.
Did they show enthusiasm to leave? Or did you give them, no, it's best for you? Off
You
you
know,
go.
I'd say they were pretty enthusiastic about trying to see their family.
That's kind of fair, yeah.
So you let a child go off to find their family alone when we have
I
a
will
blood...
say one thing.
We know,
I do appreciate your sort of I do understand where you're coming from. I truly do. But also at the same time, I mean, we are a team sort of here, and we're also getting to some crazy random shit. I'm pretty sure, like for example, I don't know, Taj or someone or any of us, when we sort of started going about this sort of adventuring sort of whole thing, raising a kid, elemental kid or not, wasn't really what we were intending for.
Wasn't
Especially
saying
in this
raise.
sort of line of work.
Wasn't saying raise. But if we have a teleport and you found out he's actually looking for his family, we could have taken him there rather than having him walk the entire way by himself.
It's fine.
he does seem to have gone to his destination.
No,
The risk was there.
Yeah, but
Still, we could have teleported him there.
we could have, but he wouldn't have learned and grown the way he has.
Eros?
Yeah.
You are the dumbest motherfucker I have ever met. It is not this sense of conflict that makes people grow. It's through other people. Don't send people off on suicidal quests so that they can learn something.
I didn't send them off on a suicidal quest. I sent them on their journey to see their family.
Which we would have immediately helped.
They were also sort of doing that on their own beforehand, before we kind of got involved.
I didn't do anything. I helped them with their own quest that they have done before. I just helped them. You're all making it seem like a way bigger deal than it was before. We just happened to have picked them up before. And then I did the thing that I thought was right by helping them get to their family. If they would have stayed with us, it would have been taken a longer time. And clearly didn't stay that long. They didn't have that much attachment. I don't see what's wrong with this.
DM at what level?
Hold on. Eros, can you make an insight check on Garland, if you wish?
Sure.
I think I know. Actually, can I make one as well? I think I might know what's going on here.
Oh,
Can I make one?
Fair enough. Yeah, go for it.
I'm not good at it, but I mean, I might try at least.
And
At what level would you like, by the way, D?
because of the spell that's affecting you, I would say medium or low. You are still within the regenerative bounds. Barely. Also, as all this is going on, a guard is going to kind of hear the commotion and kind of walk over with a very cautious gait, like, should I do something, or should I let them figure it out? 94, okay.
People look.
Hold on.
with an
Oh.
18.
Oh,
Real quick, what would an 18
Yeah.
get me for that insight, Garland?
Um,
Just to make sure if I like this is what Key is thinking is going on here, but I could be wrong.
So Garland isn't particularly like he has been around elementals, particularly earth elementals, a bunch, right?
Mhm.
Boulder's gonna be fine. He knows that.
Mhm.
Because there are a bunch of them in Valkyrie. And throughout the entire conversation, he was just trying to mediate and be calm about everything. You know, be the wayward cleric. But the minute that Eros said something about like growing through this like conflict and the quote unquote journey, like you can see Garland took that very personally. And yeah, you can see that like you can at least see that quite clearly, that like he really like picked at a synapse there.
Okay, not exactly what I thought, but definitely good to know. I don't get the clock.
so I
Well, what
rolled.
did you roll? Mhm.
So I'm actually going to go, weirdly enough, from the nuisance one.
Okay.
As you see everything, Noah's been kind of quiet as Garland's kind of talking down to Eros, and as it's happening, the glow keeps pulsing, and it's getting brighter regardless of the lights happening around. And then from Nova's hand, a kind of light crystal weapon, someone would say spiritual, starts forming in their hands. They're gonna walk slowly up to Eros and just lightning powered by this. More from intimidation, get as close as I can, swinging, till it gets right here. Getting real close and be like, next time, it's a group decision. Got it? And eyes just burning red, as so is the sword and everything else.
Oh, we can't hear you, Sensei.
Oh no, I know.
Oh, okay.
I just do that occasionally. I just mute and I'm talking out loud.
I also
That's
look
fair.
down at the weapon, look back up. He'll waggle his eyebrows. Gotta change the part real quick.
At the point a weapon is drawn, the guard is going to come over and kind of ask if everything's alright. With kind of this gruff voice. He's like, "Citizens, are you
Not
alright?"
now, Chad!
Hold on. Yes, everything's fine. There won't be any violence. It's just rough housing.
I see.
You won't have to worry about us. Please.
Alright. Do stop by the infirmary if you need to. There seems to be something gone on during the city. I know a lot of people seem hurt.
Yes. And you won't have to worry. We'll help if we can. Right now, we're
Understood.
taking care of something else. Thank you.
Family matters.
Eros, you'll just feel like a little tug on your coat as Copper just brings your attention down to him. His 2 foot.
He'll try to look, but there's a weapon to his neck right now, so like.
It's to the point where you move, blood will be drawn.
Oh,
Nova,
Oh,
put down the weapon. We don't need to be violent here. That won't get anything finished.
Alright.
No lesson was ever taught well was taught with violence. Please.
No one was ever taught a good lesson alone either.
Did he at least say goodbye to us?
Of course he did.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't
It
know.
would have been nice to hear it.
Well, I was going to till you all got confrontational, and I was going to say.
I meant in person.
Copper just looks unusually sad for what Copper is usually like, his springy self. He's just a bit low as he just takes his leave and goes over to the guy like, my name is Cornelius Moss. You can call me Copper. Yeah. Would you like to go get a drink or treat you to one?
And you're asking to guard this?
The champion.
Oh, the champion, gotcha. As much as he can with like manacled wrists, he's gonna kind of reach out and arm to you, just like getting the fingertips out, because his hands are like this, and he goes, I'd shake your hand, but
You'll do
Caleb's.
it for him. You'll do it for him.
Yeah. Yeah, he introduces himself as Kalos. He goes, it's good to meet you. Sorry if I got you in our earlier meeting.
I don't think he needs his manacles, guys. I can't really drink
Don't they be
with them on.
He did attempt murder. He still is a criminal. But
They threatened
We
his
can say.
family.
Hopper,
Well,
think of it like a timeout. Just has to wear them for a few hours and we'll let him go.
We can always take his weapon if that makes any better, you know.
Fists are weapons.
regardless of his motive,
Go for it.
regardless of his motive, he still committed a crime. Still. Show him
Yeah.
some kindness, Copper.
The whole
Um,
good motive will
mhm.
murder.
Cool motive, still murder. Yep.
Speaking
And
of
as you
which,
say
I
that, Kalos is gonna kind of shrug and go, Mask has a point. Weapons on the side if you want to grab it. It's a dagger, but still.
Copper won't. You just. Guys, can we go to the inn if you don't mind?
We're
No, it's getting a
currently in the
Whatever
middle of
time it
something.
is right now. What time is it?
So it is probably about 1.5 hours now until what's the word? Sundown. Couldn't think of the word. So evening.
It's getting a bit late, you know. I don't really want to go missing the guy, so do you mind if we all go there together?
We'll catch
course,
up
Copper.
with you. We
Alright.
have one small thing to discuss,
Alrighty.
Here.
if I may.
Nova
Hey,
can feel the weapon
question.
sign to ship out.
Question. Garland is going to change
Question,
the
and then we'll get to
conversation, or
everyone
is this
else.
going to change the topic of
This
conversation?
it's basically just going to be Garland like finishing his point with Eros, essentially.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to kind of do that. Yeah, you can go first.
Look, Eros, I don't know if you consider what you did wrong, and it's fine if you don't. But I do forgive you for what happened. I understand your motive, and were I in the same place and Boulder said the same thing, I would have done the same. But I would have at least told Nova. There was some small amount of time where you could have. It's nothing big, but please, consider the feelings of other people. I know you didn't mean to do anything wrong.
He'll squint his eyes. It's like doesn't really. You can probably tell because you're Garland. He doesn't really understand, but he's trying really
Thanks for
hard.
trying.
As soon as Gosara clocks that, it's like, okay, god damn it, Eros is being Eros again. She'll look over and she'll kind of like walk over and kind of facing Garland, but then looking over towards Nova, and she'll just say, right, so I'll tell you what. I do apologize, Nova, Garland, especially you, Nova, for not being able to tell you earlier about what sort of happened, or not at least consulting you and all that sort of stuff. But it is, or what's happened. We can't really go back changing it now. We'll make sure to do it next time and make sure to consult the group. That said, but you do have to understand that I was kind of dying at that time. I was more focused on sort of that at the moment than all this sort of whole thing sort of happened. But regardless, we'll make sure to do better next time. I'm sorry. And she kind of just fucking nudges Arrows in the goddamn shoulder to fucking apologize as well.
So as you do that, Taj, you get a hand on your shoulder from the guard that is starting to walk away. He puts a key in your hands and then looks at you and goes,
I'm
sword.
here?
Yeah.
Wait.
Actually, hold on.
Yeah.
When did he
yeah,
get here?
technically.
Maybe he's not here.
What?
That I don't know actually. Yeah, since you weren't at the fight, could probably say that you just came out to see what the ruckus was. Where your whole team went.
Taj was
Yeah.
here the whole time. We just didn't see him because he was too short.
Yeah.
He's like.
He was
Okay.
behind a trash can.
I also kind of wasn't done with one other thing.
Sure, go.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, he kind of just
Have him come in later.
just kind of nudges Eros, and then kind of it's kind of the thing of like, I know you probably know this well. I know you don't want to apologize, but just do it so we can get so everything can kind of keep moving on. Just fucking do it, or else I'm gonna beat your ass. It's kind of like that. You'd understand that, Eros. And also sort of saying, and also Garland, he, even though you may understand his motives, but trust me, he didn't mean what he said from earlier. It's just lack of a better term. Trust me.
He just stares you down. Right. Alright then, Capo. Let's go.
Sorry.
As the I'm actually gonna just close up the spiritual weapon bit because it's starting to shimmer away now. Just as it's fading away, because it only lasts a minute really. She's gonna lean in a bit closer to Eros and be like, since we met you, all we want to do is help. Next time you decide to make a decision by yourself, consider how it might affect others. Fade away and
I'll work on that. Still looks confused, but sorry.
Fair enough.
Are we going to the
Tavern?
to the tavern? If
Yep.
so, while we're going there, before we get in there, I do take Eros aside for a second while I'm near to the caravan.
Uh-huh.
And you
wounds me.
hold on one second. And you see Garland go in. He's kind of rummaging through a couple of things. Throws out like a kitchen sink, a cat, a bone, some weird shit. Before he comes out with this small bottle of wine. And here, it's a special port from Orlane. Consider it an apology, my most sincere apology for lashing out at you. I never mean to do that. It's not fair of me.
No. It's fine. You can keep it. I'm used to getting lashed out for my actions. I am not a people person.
I would hope you do not need to get used to it with me. That is not the person I am. Not at all. And I insist.
Said you were. You're a good man, I can tell. If you weren't, you would have lashed out and slapped me like you did all those other people.
Pips up.
They're killers and thugs. They deserve nothing less. And even then, I do insist you take this. I took something of you. A small amount of my own respect. And so, I give back to you the sacred act of the deal. It's a religious thing for me.
Well,
So I'd be happy if you took this port.
if it's your belief, then I'll be happy to oblige in this deal. And I'll take it.
Alright. That is one of like 9 bottles of like pretty nice wine that I have. You're getting something for free from Garland. Don't give that up.
I wasn't giving it up. He was just confused. I mean, it's like going to someone's, hey, I'm sorry I called you a mean name. Here's wine.
Here's a nice little port, you know?
Let's drink and forget.
Here's some wine as compensation.
Alright, I'm gonna pull all of you to the Raven Inn in just a moment.
Remember?
There we go. Ah, perfect. Okay. Pull the scene. I wish there was like a drag all these mofos button.
Yeah.
Be my mod addition to Foundry.
No, I meant to be blue. No.
Oh no! He's changed seasons!
Again.
Oh no!
No!
It happens every time. It's every time.
He's back. Blue boy, let's
Why?
go.
Why is Copper in the initiative?
He's ready to fight. He's ready to throw down, man. Copper stabbed me in the back. Oh shit, I knew it. That evil fucking frog. This is the
How I
villain
go
arc.
out. I always
Oh shit.
Goddamn frog. Oh boy. Oh gosh. But alright, so yeah, you guys are back in the bar, it seems. It has regained its usual kind of peaceful air. Everyone seems to be feeling quite like themselves again. With no trace of the former kind of panic that they might have had before. You see several people kind of milling around. The bartender behind the bar kind of giving out drinks and everything. Several people are kind of minding their own business. And in the back of the bar, towards... I can't use my pointer thing anymore. Yeah, it doesn't let me do it anymore. I don't know why. But towards the top right corner, you see a man that seems to fit the description of Copper's person with the info.
Copper just looks at all of you kind of a bit nervously, kind of like twiddling his 6 fingers and 2 thumbs. Guys, this happened quite often, but I'm kind of getting a bit nervous, to be honest.
Do you want one of us to come and talk with them alongside you? Or...
Oh, well, that won't be a bother. I mean, honestly, I feel like it might scare him a little bit. I think just me on my own, my little twiddly self, would do okay.
If you want, Copper, I could go.
About?
I'd be my best behaviour, I promise.
You can watch, and if you see me struggling, and I promise I'll try not to, you can always step in.
All right.
We just don't want to scare him, that's all.
We clearly see Taj here, right?
Yeah, Taj is with you guys again.
Yeah. How's he looking? Is he asleep, or did he just wake up? Or...
So, from his experience in the army/military, I'd say Taj has a pretty good resistance and build up for alcohol and its endeavors. So you might be a little boozy woozy, but you're not drunk or passed out by any means. Unless you want to be.
Okay.
What you want?
I mean, if he did not attend last fight, I would guess he is fucking drunk.
Yeah,
That's fair.
Make a
Or
he's throw.
All right. Hey man, that's a good idea. I'll make it.
Do it, yeah.
Do you
Let's
resist
find
the
out.
poison?
Kill
Hey! Holy shit!
Nice.
Okay.
7.
So with your 17, gonna move you up to the bar because you guys are gonna hear the bartender kind of mutter slightly loudly under his breath as you get closer. Just frickin' guy won't go under. He's gonna drink everything I have.
Crazy thing.
Remember, drinks are free till the rest of the night.
Free, yes they are.
Copper and his twiddly self, few beads of sweat building up that he dashes away. He's gonna leave Clunk behind and go up with Mortimer to the man. Remind me, DM, what was his name?
His name was Thamalai, also called Thom, also called Tom.
Tamalai? Excuse me, Mr. Tamalai. My name is Cornelius Moss, otherwise known as Copper.
And he immediately looks up. You can tell he's looking at this spellbook. The spellbook kind of flashes out of existence as he takes her hand with both of his and just kicks it very eagerly. And he goes, Copper, good to meet you. Copper, that's one of my favorite materials. Copper, it's so good to meet you. Tell me, who are you and why are you here?
Well, I was in search of you, actually.
In search of me? Did I grade one of your papers wrong? I'm very sorry. It's just, I have very high standards for my students. Tell me, which class are you in again?
I'm actually a traveller on the sort, but I was actually wondering, I heard that you recently found a particular dwarven forge, perhaps?
And his eyes go immediately wide, and he kind of looks around and he goes, you know of the forges?
Oh yeah,
it's astounding.
I found some, and you can see Mortimer standing beside him, and even from simple sight, it's fairly complex, I imagine, for this world.
Mm-hmm.
Evil from the DM. The design.
You know it. He is going to take notice of Mortimer and go, Is this one of your constructs? Did you find this in the forge? This is high quality.
I made him actually. Meet Mortimer, Clunk there's in the back, and you'll see the massive robot. Literally, just doing a little wave.
Oh, I see. A big fellow over there and small fellow over here.
Yes, let me intimidate you.
This is a pleasure. I did not know anyone had found one of the forges. To be honest with you, I thought I'd gone quite mad until I realized I hadn't. Crazy.
Oh, it's quite remarkable, ain't it?
It is.
Hidden away behind moss and vines. Took a bit of chopping to get through, but
yes.
It's quite exciting talking to another person who knows of these.
Yes, it's finally great to talk shop with someone who's been through one of these amazing things. I tell you, mine wasn't exactly covered in moss and hubbubalub, but there was a guardian in it. Just big old bastard. Had a flamethrower on him. Almost cinched me quite a couple of times, I tell you.
Do I have any record of guardians by any chance?
Yes. Go ahead and roll me a history check to see how much you remember.
Okay. History.
If I'm allowed to, I'm Garland has positioned himself to be overhearing this conversation, in case either the ancients are mentioned or Copper gets scammed, which he'll come to the rescue.
Fair.
I keep on forgetting to give myself guidance when opportunity rises. Oh well.
Excuse me. 14? Gotcha. You did not see any during your time in the forge, but it was kind of... You saw a half-made one kind of in the guts of the forge that seemed to be kind of charred and disabled. It seems it was abandoned halfway through creation, and it was a big fella. So you can only imagine.
I only saw half of one. So that's what it was. Oh, it must have been ginormous.
It was. And I'm an elf, but it was taller than I. It was big. But it's gone now. I managed to dismantle it after not quite a few scrapes and burns, but anyway, since you are in the know of it, I will tell you something I have been rather afraid to tell anyone else. You see, there's another one very close, and I think I may almost find it.
There's another one there? Oh, I thought
Yes.
you found the one near here.
Yes, you see, I did find it, but I haven't been able to access it. It's a little hard to get to, you see, and he pulls out a notebook from one of the many pockets on his coat, and he starts to show you just this very detailed but very scribbled and kind of messy diagram. He goes, "It's right here within the king's castle. I'm not from here. I'm not able to just go up and ask the king. King, pardon me, do you think I could explore around your fanciful castle? No, I'm not quite able to do that, but I know it is in there."
Have you given it a try?
I have not. I do not do well with people, more with
I mean,
machines.
The worst he can do is always say no.
Yes, or throw me in the galley, but no,
Oh, that would
sounds.
me, won't it?
Yeah.
I mean, and he kind of like shuffles closer, like grabbing his seat, and he's not able to touch the ground, but he kind of hops the seat closer. So like the
Love it.
whole bar just hears like the clinks and like the cracks of the wood. Wait,
Yeah, you all would hear that.
And he's kind of looking around, seeing where possible entries he might have marked down and possible corridors that whatever information he's given, so to speak.
Mhm.
I'm sorry if this is taking away from other people's roleplays.
No, you're good. You're good.
You're
You're
good.
good. Continue.
You're gonna wait on
Continue.
this
We're
for, like,
listening.
session or two?
We have spent multiple sessions trying to reach this point.
You
like,
better
so-
fucking talk to this fucking
so-
guy.
soaking it,
Yeah.
dude.
Real quick, are any of you trying to eavesdrop? Garland, I know you are. What about the rest of you?
I'd say Taj is close enough to be able to hear.
I'd say so.
He's just not saying anything.
Right. Okay. Understood.
We watch Copper's face more than anything to be like, okay, let's see if he's feeling more anxious, if he's getting nervous about anything. If she can hear the odd word, then it's like, oh shit. But it's more just seeing his body language and demeanor and being like, okay, he's got this.
Gotcha,
I will do one thing. I'll stand up and kind of like pretend to notice something on the floor and pick it up and go over to Copper and take out a single copper coin and you forgot this, my dear friend, and give him a small pat, look him straight in the eye and give him a little wink. It's a bit hard to see when you're in a mask to mask, when you're in a huge brass mask, but
Yeah.
as close as Garland can be, wink at him and say, "May Colcaron bless you, stranger." And
no.
you know
thank
this
you,
fucking
darling.
guy.
Well, thank you,
Oh, my-
Garland. That's very kind of you. I don't remember dropping a piece of copper.
Hmm.
Copper with his copper.
And he's gonna cast guidance as he pats him,
Gotcha.
and he's gonna.
It was like just getting ready for Fate Weaver, like just in case.
Anybody else would be able to understand it, but Copper.
Ready to snipe you
Hell
with Fate
no,
Weaver.
don't even try that shit.
I rolled for it
I
just
love that.
to see. You got a -1, guys.
Oh yeah, I know. That's...
Wait, when
Points
did he
for
get a
trying.
-6? I thought he had a -5.
I mean,
-6.
because it has a +1 to it, I had to do -6.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Right. Okay.
He's just getting worse.
Garland is going to just try and sit back as like stealthily as he can, and just like if he could massage his temples right now, he could, but the brass mask is on. So I'll.
Earth's just
Oh, wait,
like had a deadpan look as he just saw that interaction.
Hold on, let me make sure. Okay, so should probably clock this. So Taj is kind of within earshot. Garland's obviously listening in. Nova seems like she's listening in. Is Arrows listening in as well?
He's just watching.
Watching. Okay, if everybody's sort of watching, then I mean, Gosara was kind of just feet kicked up, drinking, looking at the spell book. She's gonna at least get it within sort of earshot at least, to make sure. that she's not out of the loop and they don't have to re-explain
This-
stuff to her.
If this dude begins to like realize what's going on, he's gonna think like, "Is this a setup? Am I gonna get fucking killed?"
Nah, it's more so of like, she's gonna kind of like that one kid in school. She's gonna kind of like nudge Eros to kind of be like, all right, fill me in. Like, what do you got for notes? Like, fill me in afterwards.
It's kind of like, you know, a person trying to do a confession to like a person they like, and they finally got the courage to talk to them, and then the whole of their friend group slowly starts creeping closer.
Gosar was gonna
like,
Gosar was gonna be like, all right, this guy said like, hey, he wants it to be his thing, perfectly fine. Went to the complete opposite bar, sees everybody just like, ooh, oh my god, son of a bitch, guys. All right, come on.
I do like some drama.
I mean, Eros didn't care.
you know,
but-
they're in the bush, making sure they're fine.
Yeah. Eros didn't care, but then he saw the fucking coin incident, and then he's like, "No, I have to
Fine.
watch
It's like, ah,
that."
son of a
Yeah.
bitch. It's like,
That
yes,
Copper
everybody's getting
can't
in on
handle
this.
it alone.
Like,
Garland's now.
and just the mother instincts are kicking in properly, and it's like, oh god, he's fine. No, it's okay. It's good. He's good. Fine.
Don't
it's
worry
fine.
about it.
Oh god.
Eros has a gun under the table. No, I'm kidding.
Garland's like watching with those little binoculars on like a stick. You know the ones that you use in
Jesus
theaters.
Christ.
The opera
He's
glasses.
got some popcorn, just like snacking against them.
So insight or whatever, just to like explain it. So Gosar is like, okay, hey, Copper wants to do this alone. He wants to kind of prove himself like he can do this alone. I mean, she ain't lawful, but Gosar is at least gonna honor that and let him like try to do his own thing. And she's just gonna kind of like not really pay attention and let him sort of handle all that while doing her own thing.
Gotcha.
Anyway, question actually. I walked into this bar with 3 moons floating around me and looking like I'm a bomb about to go off in this. There's
So
Why do you think this old lady's giving you the mean mug?
Well, they're not like circling around you constantly. It was just kind of like I imagine it was kind of just a thing of like when you were out in the daylight, like, oh dear God, have this, please don't die on me. And then now it's kind of like if you're still struggling, she'll give you like 1 or 2. But if you're like okay, then you know they're probably
it's
circling
gonna
around
be
her.
like recharging at night time. So right now, like it's like red light, like boom.
yeah, you are glowing a little bit. Now, Valen, because of where this city is and what they do, they're not as easily shook at strange happenings, especially with adventurers. They know weird shit's gonna happen. However,
Oh my God.
there is an old lady at the table across from you that does seem to be giving you a little bit of a look over.
My fucking calves giving me more of a look over. Holy shit. Oh man. Oh no, did Discord die? Discord died.
What?
Oh, did your Discord die? Oh no.
Nah, it's back. It's back. Hello?
Okay, cool.
No, yeah, we can hear it.
Having realized that there's actually a cat in the room, Garland is gonna like move away. He's gonna like sit over here.
Oh my God.
I think that's racist, but
Okay.
Wait,
You're a
wait,
lion. It's different.
it's
Oh,
a
God.
big
Feline.
cat.
It's a feline.
Oversees the cat, goes to the cat.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
Can you?
Okay. Okay.
Hold on, let me see if
Okay, so I'll get to that here in a minute. We're gonna go back to Copper for a sec.
Oh god, we're still have an act one.
So the what?